call the Israeli side hostages, and you call our side, the Palestinians, prisoners. The Palestinian people, when they are described as prisoners, it gives the impression that those are criminals who have been convicted in a court, which is not the case. Let me give you one example.
Talk to us about the proportions then, because some have not been convicted of anything, have they?
Most of them, actually. I'll tell you the proportions. Israel, since its military occupation of the occupied territory, the West Bank, East Jerusalem, and Gaza, has detained 800,000 Palestinians. 800,000. That is more than 20% of the entire population and almost half of the male population. The policy is primarily to crush the Palestinian spirit. It has nothing to do with security. And if you look at the half-male population, you will see that most of them have been detained under the so-called administrative detention in martial courts, where the rate of conviction is 99%, and all the way to what the Israeli human rights organization B'Tselem described only recently as welcome to hell, where these Israeli camps have turned into torture camps and murder and sexual abuse. This is very well documented. And that's why, in May, this is an opportunity for the international media, including the BBC, to shed the light on the criminality Israel is inflicting on our people for all these decades.
But when a state, and it's Israel in this case, feels under threat from some people who don't even believe that that nation has a right to defend itself, isn't it understandable that they round people up when they feel threatened by those people?
You know how many people they have rounded?
It's a question.
You know, this whole issue of right of self-defense has allowed Israel to inflict the mass murder and mass destruction, what the ICJ now describe as plausible genocide. This is not an act of
you know what I'm going to have to say. I'm going to say Israel denies that. They say that they were in pursuit of Hamas terrorists who hid behind their own people.
And that's how you do it? That's how Britain did it when there were issues in Northern Ireland? You went and bombed Belfast? You killed 60,000 people, innocent people? What is this logic? Israel has been behaving in a thuggish manner above international legality, and the international media has been giving it all the cover to actually quit the responsibility. I mean, look at the terminology. Look how we describe things. Of course there are issues, but you go and arrest children. You know, as we speak now, after the release and the exchange, we have more than 400 Palestinian children in Israeli prisons.
And what can Palestinian authorities do to get them out?
Of course, we have tried for years to get them out via diplomacy, via peace talks, but Israel has always refused. And what is the message now? What is the message to the Palestinian people and the rest of the world? That only through what you have seen now, Israel will release these innocent people. In the end, these people are political prisoners. They are seen by their people as part of their struggle towards freedom.